Great rising, beautiful people. Okay, so today's October the 5th. I can't believe it's already October the 5th. We're almost done with the first week of October. Um, Today's message, I'm going to be using the Crystal Spirits deck, and this was gifted to me by one of my beautiful subscribers. This is by Colette Baron Reed. I love her decks. I have her other deck, Postcards from Spirit. All right, so let's see what I can pick up for you guys this morning. Don't forget to check in and say hello. Don't forget to hit the like button as you come in, you guys. All right. So basically, this deck is centered around crystals, and each crystal has a message. Um, and the author wrote, as expressions of the conscious universe, the crystals, like their creator, I want only the best for you. Healing, wisdom, and the power of finding possibilities you didn't realize were there. So beautiful energies. So at each deck, not each deck, but each card will have an illustration of a crystal. And then when I go into the book, it gives me different messages, such as a relationship message, a spiritual message, an essential meaning. And I think there's also a prosperity message. Okay. So, spirit message, relationship message, prosperity message. So, you get a bunch of different messages just from one card. All right. Hi, Yolanda. Great rising. Thank you for joining me this morning. I appreciate you. All right. So, um, I'm also going to use the Energy Oracle deck. So, this is, reinforcing our morning routines on how we're going to set our intentions, what we need to think about for the changes that we're trying to bring in to Mars new moon. I'll also pull for the Moonaji deck to give you a new moon message, okay? I'm not going to make this super long this morning. I'm looking for more of a prosperity message for us, since I know that you guys are wanting to kind of have more of a general feel. I know sometimes you guys come on the YouTube for relationships, but I know for sure that some of you guys are looking for more of a general message in regards to finances and career. Okay, so let's get started. Spirit of the universe, give me clear, accurate messages for the collective, um, for the highest and holiest good, and the highest and holiest good of everybody involved. Now, in the thumbnail, you're going to see a little plant growing from a pile of coins. And I want you guys to really think about that thumbnail and think about what is growing in your life. What do you have at your disposal? I'm sorry about that. What do you have at your disposal to incorporate in your financial garden? Like what type of, how you're going to water your financial seeds, what type of thoughts, right? How you're going to, because seeds are thoughts. So think about the seeds, think about watering the seeds, think about nourishing the seeds to help the seeds grow. Now, this doesn't have to be just restricted to financial seeds, but also just any parts of your life that you would like to become more abundant, more love, more generosity, more prosperity, more joy, more happiness. So this is about abundance in general. So let's see what Spirit wants to talk about when it comes to abundance in general. So what's the first message for the collective, Spirit? Tell me when to stop. I want to split the deck because I want to pull from the top. Tell me when to stop. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. So I have three main cards. Now I'm going to keep this one. This was face down. It's an 8. Um, and then I'm going to split the deck and I'm going to pull some messages off the top. So we're working with 4 cards. I'm going to pull 2 more messages. And we have amethyst here. Now, this is a lot of cards. And some of you guys may not own some of these crystals. If I have them, I'll show them to you. Okay. So carnelian I do have, but it's in my room. I have pretty much all these stones. I don't know if I have aqua aura. And I don't think I have orange sapphire, but I do think I have most of these stones here. Okay. I have Motivite. Let's look at Motivite first. Okay. Motivite is a very powerful crystal. A very, 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 very powerful crystal. And I think that this crystal is being represented here. And it's a green crystal. So I always like to look at the colors and I like to liken them to different chakras, right? So I feel like the crystals are definitely going to be connected to the heart space, the heart chakra. So I want to start with Motivite, and then we'll look at emerald, carnelian, aquamarine. I'm sorry, aqua aura quartz, and then we'll look at these two, and then we'll look at this over energy of amethyst. Okay, I'm only going to look at the one. I'm only going to read the messages that are strongly coming through. Okay, so I'm not going to go through every single card here, but I will give you the essential meaning just to kind of tell you what this crystal is meant for and why this card showed up today and what spirit wants us to know. Okay, so the three main cards are what came out per spirit. I pulled these two, and then this is the bottom of the deck. Okay, now this one is a wild card, this aura light card. So I'm going to clarify Moldavite with my energy oracle deck just so that I can see how this is speaking to us this morning and what we need to talk about. Now, if you know anything about Moldavite, you know that it is very powerful. It is a meteorite, and it does really create intense change. Some people have reported when they pick up Motivite that they can actually feel the vibration and energy in their hands. And this is if you have authentic Motivite. Motivite is kind of um, hard to it's not hard to acquire, but sometimes what they have marketed as Moldavite is really not Moldavite. But if you do get high quality Moldavite, it is expensive and it is very potent as far as healing is concerned. So I'm setting the intention for spirit to give me clarity. So Moldavite is being clarified by caring connections, okay? And caring connections is about intimacy. It's about more of a one-on-one type of energy. So there could be some changes around relationships, okay, or intimacy or personal relationship, business partnerships during this new moon. This is what's coming up because I did set the intention to also pull a new moon message for you guys. So Moldavite is card 35, and what's so interesting to me is that I am seeing a theme with duplications of numbers. So, for example, this is a 14, and the carnelian is a 14, and the orange sapphire is a 41, which is just a 14 inverted, or you know what I mean. So I have 555, okay, and then I have two instances of 4 and two instances of 8. Now I don't have another 6, but that's okay. So I have 5, 4, and 6 showing up here. So three fives, 555. So I'm talking about change, and spirit is speaking to me through the cards that there is going to be powerful change because of the 555 showing up. And they're all showing up as 1 4, 1 4, 4 1. So that's very important because what do these numbers mean? The one by itself talks about a beginning. It talks about, and you can relate it to your soul urge, your life path number, destiny numbers if you are into numerology. But the one talks about new beginnings. It talks about initiation. Um, it's about taking leadership, taking a leadership role in your life, taking back control, and really initiating and starting something. And four is about whatever that is stable. Okay, four is a really stable number. It's about groundedness. Fours represent stability. Okay, so there could be something very stable coming in the near future, which is super beautiful because I know a lot of you guys are looking for change in relationships or just partnerships. It could even be a friendship. So more Moravite. So I'm going to tell you, it says transformation, rebirth through fire, initiation. Okay, I can't make that up. I can't make that up. So I'm going to read that again. Transformation, rebirth through fire, initiation, and opening to new experiences, revitalization, and renewal. Now, if you remember our first um, daily collective message on Sunday, we had the Ace of Wands, was a card of renewal and revitalization. So, Spirit is saying that there will be renewal, revitalization, initiation, and a opening of new experiences in relationships, because this card right here represents relationships, caring connections, okay, which is very important. So intense transformation in a connection, whether it is an established connection or something new. And I know that you guys have set the intent for new to come in, or newness, okay, newness in a current situation that may have felt very stagnant and stale. Okay. So since we're talking about relationships, I will definitely read the relationship message, but I do want to read a couple of messages per the author here. It says, new doors open and you cross the threshold. It can be exhilarating to know that you are stepping out of the old and into the new, self ready for unexpected gifts that comes with this initiation. So the word initiation is being repeated. So, intuitively, I felt a strong sense of initiation with the 1 4, because I pay attention to patterns. So 1 4 1 4 4 1 knew that there was some sort of initiation because it's showing up 3 times. So Spirit's saying, I'm showing these numbers to you because we want you to pay attention to these numbers and how this is going to bring in the transformation 5 5 5. So that could be a symbol or a sign of confirmation that seeing 555 in your now reality may be an indication through your spirit guides and angels that there's something happening and you're being initiated, or you went through initiating or in the process of being initiated, right? Beautiful. And then it says, motivate spirit message is to know that as you walk through an open door, you are being reborn in a sense. For you will be different once you have made a conscious choice to say goodbye to what was. Rebirth always involves tension and struggle. Crystals can only form if there is plenty of pressure to change. Pressure. So you've been through a lot of pressure. You've been through, and that's the initiation through fire. You've been through the fire. You've been through the hard times. You've been through the difficulties, the struggles of life when it comes to relationships, partnership, and just money, right? In general. So this is about you were initiated through some sort of fire. And then paying attention to the colors, we have two purples. And so this is crown chakra energy. We have one throat chakra card. And then we have sacral chakra and base chakra. So if I were to start looking at these based on order, the only card that I don't have here is solar plexus. I have base, which is root, sacral. I have heart chakra, throat chakra, and then I have the purple chakra, which is third eye chakra, or sometimes crown, depending. Um, I feel like crown would be more of a lighter purple, so this could be crown actually, or light. Yeah, but I don't have solar plexus, so that's interesting. And I'll probably find out why in a few. Okay, so relationship message. As you transition to a new you, you will become part of a new group of people, for you are having new experiences that differ from those that came before. Old friends will be there for you, but new ones will appear, drawn to your vibration, which resonates with theirs. Although you are being initiated into a new experience, you will not be alone. So leave your fears at the door. Your community will find you, and you will know that you belong as they embrace you as one of their own. You will feel the love as you adjust to your new role, confident in the potential of those you care about. Wow, caring connection. Malika and Camille, where have you guys been all my life? Hi. Hi, Zodiac King. How are you? Okay. Malika, I'm so happy to see you here, Mama. It's been a while. Okay, so where are you guys watching from? Put your signs in the chat and don't forget to like 15 people. Okay, so beautiful. Wow, you guys, if you don't have Motivate, get you some Motivate. I wish I could show you my Motivate, but I don't feel like getting up. Hey, Leslie, listening from work. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I know I usually come on early, but I woke up late. But that's okay, right? So beautiful energy with Motivite. Um, so Motivite is a stone of transformation. Now, if you feel that you have been going through this initiation, I do admonish you to get the stone. Okay, and please look for a very high quality piece of Motivite, and they are very expensive. I mean, I think that I don't want to lie because I don't know the size, but I know that, let's just say you have a piece that's the size of a penny, that could cost you between 20 to 40 bucks depending on where you're getting it from. Okay, and if it's very high quality. Remember, sometimes they're selling other stones as Motivite. You'll know because Motivite, when you hold it you feel it in your hand. Like it really feels intense is the only way I could put it. So who we have? Miss Taylor. It's your favorite crystal, Mr. Zodiac King. He's a masculine, by the way. A divine masculine. I told you guys I deal with a lot of divine masculine. What's up, Tampa barbecue queen? Um, he's an astrologer, so he's gonna pick. Hopefully, he'll chime in when I start picking up astrology messages because he's very experienced in astrology. Okay, a master when it comes to astrology. Just to give you a little background, I got all my peeps here. Hey, Hagar, I didn't forget you, baby. Miss Hagar watching for from Canada. Miss Hagar is a Libra, and her birthday's tomorrow. Please send her some birthday love. All my boos are here. Miss Taylor has been with me for a while. Miss Leslie has been with me for a while. The only person, where's Free? Let me message Free Girl. Miss Yolanda has been with me for some time. Hold on. Let me text Free because she gonna be like, girl, why didn't you message me? Hold on, she didn't get the notification because usually she's trust this computer. Girl, get out of here. Hold on. Sorry. I have to message her. If you guys just will bear with me for a moment. All right, so transformation. So get your hands on this stone if you can. All right, that's it. I got her. I sent her a message, and she will be here soon. Trust me, because I know my peoples really support me, and I'm happy. Um, all right, so I feel like even for the prosperity message, as you know, that I referenced this the symbol in my or the thumbnail. I talked about that little tree, that little plant growing out of that pile of money that represents the growth, a growth process that is bringing abundance of all forms to you. So that's beautiful for Motivate. Now I want to look at the spirit meditation message. Okay, I'm not going to read the prosperity message, but I will read the spirit message. It says Motivate is green Tekkite thought to have been formed when a meteorite crashed in the Czech Republic approximately 14.8 million years ago. It is a crystal heralding massive transformation on all levels. This is not a stone to play with or take lightly. It is definitely not recommended for those unwilling to step out of their comfort zone. Once we engage with Motivite, we need to buckle up because things are going to get interesting. Once you start to work with Motivite, um, it's a catalyst. It's going to trigger changes within you. And once you start to kind of want more for yourself, when you start to want change, or when you become pressured, right, stretched even by the universe, by your life experiences, um, once you start changing your thought process and start saying, oh, this is getting, I want change, this something has to give, then you're giving your spirit guides, angels, and the universe permission. It's almost like you're inviting them to set things in motion to see the change that you're longing for. A lot of times change doesn't happen because we're not asking for change. We're not expecting it, and we're not open to it. And a lot of times you do have to be initiated into the change by wanting it, by requesting it. Okay, verbally asking for help so that this change can show up in your life. So let's move on. So the next crystal I'm going to work with is an emerald. Door to romance. Okay, so another love card. So the door has to close on something in order for this change to take place, is what Spirit is saying. Now, again, we're talking about heart cards, so I'm not surprised. And I'm saying heart cards because we're looking at the colors. We're working with a color. We're working with numerology here. So we're using all our tools, right? We're really looking at these cards, um, and really looking at these cards from a higher perspective, and just not saying, oh, these are just pretty crystals, but we're looking at the deeper meanings. Now, I want you to understand that I talked about numerology and I said that we only have one instance of six, but guess what? We got another six here. Now, this six is talking about something very physical. When I look at numerology, I look at six as a very beautiful number of harmony, but I also look at six as an inverted nine. And I look at six as higher versus lower self. Why? I feel like six is the number of man. That's just my opinion. And because we are made up of six carbon, six electrons, six neutrons, we're carbon, sorry, six protons, six electrons, and six neutrons. We're carbon based beings, right? We live on a carbon based planet. And at some point, our planet wasn't carbon based. But we had to adapt, okay, to being carbon based creatures because of our um, environment, our atmosphere, and other chemical changes that took place on this planet after um, millions of years of change, right? Evolution. So we are going through a process of changing into more of crystal based beings where our DNA is being upgraded. We're being upgraded on all levels, and we're no longer going to be so carbon based, but at some point, maybe more other, it could be another um, type of mineral. Some people believe it's silica because at some point there was beings on this planet that were more crystalline, and so a lot of people have been talking about moving into more of a crystalline state. It's a process that has been happening for a long time, and we're moving into crystalline, more of a crystalline state. And these are representations of how evolution has really impacted some of the minerals on this planet. And this is why we work with these crystals, because these crystals hold ancient data. These crystals have consciousness, okay, whether you want to believe that or not. This is why we use them, right? Because they affect our own consciousness and our own vibrations and frequencies. But, anyways, with that all being said, right? I'm not surprised that the emerald cards and the multivite cards, they're both green based crystals, which really intensifies the heart chakra and really works with the heart chakra. I'm not surprised that we're having love messages show up for these crystals. Now, why is the door to romance coming up in the reverse? Now, when that card is reversed, it talks about a closing of a door. Okay. And we saw that in the motivate message that there was doors closing so that new doors can open. So some of you guys with the emerald crystal need to understand that there is going to be some sort of closing of a chapter, so to speak, a shift paradigm, a shift in your how you're viewing relationships. You want to invite more caring relationships into your experience. So you have to acknowledge that there were relationships that didn't resonate or don't resonate with you anymore, right? Because vibrationally, you're going through a transformation, motivate. And once you go through this transformation, or while you're in the process of going through this transformation, you're not going to be certain people anymore, certain situations or experiences, because they just don't anymore, because you're raising your vibration, so to speak. And it doesn't mean that those people are bad or anything like that. It just means that your level of awareness is changing faster than theirs. And you have to be able to accept that people need to be where they are for their own growth. You cannot force somebody, control a situation, or make somebody be who they want to be who you want them to be, and vice versa. And a lot of these experiences, you have people trying to change you, or people trying to hold you back, or essentially not even on purpose, but because they were not ready to be initiated, they essentially were holding you back, because there's a part of you that needed them to get to where you are now. You needed to be triggered by them. You needed to go through those experiences, because you wouldn't be who you are today. Okay, so that is very important to understand. So, Daughter Romance is from the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. Like I said, if you guys are interested in these decks, I do recommend the decks that I have. They're in my description box. There is an affiliate link that you can order from, and I do admonish you to do that. And that affiliate link, I do get a small commission. Okay. So daughter romance is a six. So now we have two six cards. So we're talking about something that needs to be balanced out in your life, because six is not only for me at the number of man, which means the physical body, a lot of red in this card versus how this card has a lot of green. So this is saying physical, right? Because there's a lot of root chakra energies, and romance is tied to root chakra, right? Sexuality, root and sacral chakra ties to intimacy, sexuality. A lot of the romances we have sometimes are more base chakra romances where it's more physical desire, which is not, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you having a physical relationship with someone or being physically attracted. But there's romances that you had that were just stuck in the base chakra. And again, this is about balance. This is not saying to eliminate the flesh or to just completely ignore, your physical needs. But this is saying that you are looking for something that's more balanced, that has both aspects, right? The passion, the desire, and also that strong, deep emotional connection, right? Where there is mutuality, communication. It's just more than just the physical. So I feel like this is what's happening. Hey, Livy, great rising, right? Um, so I think that this is what's happening for you guys. So some of you guys, there is a closing of a door to more of a relationship that was not resonating with you anymore because it wasn't meeting all of your needs. It wasn't like giving you everything you need to really express, to really be who you are, to be authentic, also to be vulnerable. Is very important when we're talking about chakras here, because we're talking about alchemy here. What you guys need to understand is when you start to really work with the colors, to work with sounds, and just to work with just doing inner work in general, there is an alchemy happening in your physical vessel. Everything ties to everything's connected. That is what I'm trying to say. So there's an alchemization happening within you, and that's what is triggering the transformation. So on a physical level, we're using tools such as crystals, our what we speak, how we think, what we consume, whether it be through food, through audio, through visual. All of these things we're using tools, right? Even reading books is a tool. Using tarot cards or using certain incense or oils, whatever, potions. We're using all of our tools so that we can become the alchemists that we're meant to be, so that we can transform not only ourselves on an um, inner level, interpersonal level, or even on a physical change, a physical level, but also we want to see changes happening in our external environment, right? We want to be able to attract, so to speak, which is what the magician does. Is the magician has a way about him that he can attract and use his tools to manifest. And part of manifestation um, is to make things happen, right? To create um, like a formula, so to speak, so that you can get things to come to show up in your reality a certain way or to work out a certain way. So spirit is saying that this transformation or this initiation that you went through is happened because some doors had to close, some endings had to take place. For some of you guys, there has been a delay because spirit was waiting for you to work with the heart chakra, to open your heart chakra, so that you are ready to be intimate again, vulnerable again, so that you can invite more caring connections on all levels, interpersonal relationship. So a lot of you guys had a lot of planets in your seventh house that really affected your relationships. And now that we're moving into Libra season, this is going to really be highlighted. How you relate to other people, diplomacy, um, and anything that has to do with working with people is going to be deeply impacted by this transformation. So your friendships dynamics, your family interactions, co-workers, the way are um, interacting with people is going to be different. Why? Because you're different, because you are changing. You're not the same person. You don't want the same things. You don't think the same way, right? So it is important to understand that during this transformation, that there's going to be people that are going to naturally kind of make exits. Okay. to make light of the word, or you may, and they may be harsh for some of these interactions. Some of these interactions, you're going to initiate the ending because you're going to realize, okay, this may not be the best thing for me, Grand Rising, Nicole, anymore, right? But this is about grace, because when I think about the heart chakra, I think about being gracious, you know, leaning towards grace when you are making these exits or making these changes in your life, and understanding that these changes are for the betterment and for the highest good of everybody involved. Okay, no matter what it looks like on the external, because sometimes it's hard for us to see while we're in a situation the beauty, the blessing, and the um actual bigger picture. Sometimes it takes us going through it and having to reflect later to see it. But Spirit wants you to be ready to see it in the now moment so that you can transition easier into your new paradigm, so you can walk through new doors with ease, right? And with grace. So let's read Daughter Romance in reverse. And Daughter Romance is in reverse. This card is about new beginnings in love. But it's in reverse as we see. So it says this card reverse indicates a delay or disappointment where love is concerned. In a present relationship, it can also be a sign of distance or separation. For some, the door to love may have been shut. For some, the door to love may have been shut for a long time, but the energetic universe is always in a state of flow or flux. Knowing this, you can work on making changes in your daily life that will bring more love into your experiences or your experience. Remember to make yourself and your own happiness a priority. Encourage yourself and always acknowledge how valuable and deserving you are. And we talked about that, right? The first message, I talked about encouraging yourself, but yesterday specifically, I talked about the power of your words, the power of how you can create a self-inflicted curse on yourself because of the words you speak, and because of the thoughts you think, and because of what you believe. So it's very important for you to encourage yourself and to make yourself and your own happiness a priority, right? And then it says, acknowledge how valuable and deserving you are of receiving your own love and that of others. So this is what you're transforming, loving yourself more, and therefore receiving more love through the people in your environment or through the people you may meet in the future. And like I said, this is all relationships, for me, but specifically intimate relationships, of course. And then it says, such choices in your attitude and self treatment will shift any old energy of self dismissal, changing your core consciousness and all that you attract. So tell the universe you're ready for real love because you're finally willing to give it to yourself. That is a beautiful, powerful ass message. Tell the universe that you're ready for real love because you're ready to give it to yourself. This is not saying, oh, the door is closed forever. This is saying that the door has closed to certain situations, or there was a delay because you needed to work on that heart chakra. You needed to love yourself. You needed to invite more love to yourself in order to attract it. Okay, you have to be in the energy in which you want to attract. So emerald is a very great crystal. And emeralds are precious jewels that, might be a little bit more expensive to acquire. So, usually you can find these at jewelry stores. So earrings or emerald ring or pendant would be very good for bringing in more self love. Okay. Work with green, wear green. Okay. Eat green foods. Okay. If you can't afford to get the crystal, you have all different tools at your disposal. Okay. So, wow, this message is beautiful. So we're coming from a six in reverse, which is showing an imbalance, and we're moving into a four, which is showing stability, being solid in the heart space. What's so interesting to me is when I'm thinking about the heart chakra, I'm realizing that the heart chakra is the fourth chakra. So this is very important because your heart has to be open. Okay, and I'm gonna repeat that. Your heart has to be open. Now there is an affirmation that comes with this card 33. Now, even though it came in the reverse, I feel like the message was still positive. And it says, as I opened the door, come on now, spirit. Now, this is another reference to a door, right? We know that this is the door to romance, but we know that you're being initiated so that you can walk through a new door. It says, as I open the door to my own self love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. And this is what Spirit says Motivate represents, that you are attracting caring, tender connections to you because you are loving yourself more. And that was the thing that was missing in the formula to manifestation or manifesting this change. But you were in, for me, looking just at my own personal inner my own personal transformation, inner evolution, I'm realizing that this initiation has happened and has been happening. And for a lot of you guys, the same. Every single time a door closed, you wanted better. You started to do better as far as what you're attracting. So every time a door closed, you started to change a little bit something about yourself, the way you treated yourself, the way you spoke to yourself, the way you loved on yourself. And it was a process. It just took you some time to finally be in a space where you can fully embrace and accept yourself and love yourself. And now that you're doing that or learning to do that, for some of you guys, this is what is attracting this change. Gorgeous. So the next message is carnelian. Oh shit. And now, oh, there goes the solar plexus. The sun. Oh my God. Now remember 555, right? Remember the 555 here. What the This is the best card in the deck for the oracle deck, the energy oracle deck, because this portends new beginnings, great creative um pursuit, like creates creative projects. Like this is about expressing yourself, but this is so positive, so optimistic. It's so gorgeous that this card came out to clarify carnelian. Now carnelian is a red stone, so there is a change happening in your base chakra. So this talks about being feeling more secure. I want to say that a lot of you guys were insecure and you guys are starting to feel more secure within yourself. So if you have problems with insecurities, which we all have, male or female, this is saying that you feel more secure because now you want to shine like the sun. And we have a one. I love it. I love it. I love it here. Okay, and I love this for y'all. Oh, my dad just called me. I'm gonna have to call him back. Um, wow. Okay, I'm very excited. I'm very, very, very excited. Okay, so I didn't read the emerald message, so I have to read the emerald message, and I'm only gonna read. Um, that's a 22. I'm gonna read the. Let's see. Let's see what spirit wants me to read. Okay, here we go. Emerald. It says essential meaning: giving and receiving love, opening your heart to friendship, embracing unity. Oh, I love that. I love that for Emerald. Okay, I love that for us. Why? Because you have to be open to giving and receiving, right? A lot of you guys were working from a closed heart chakra, as I stated. And because you're opening up your heart chakra or learning to open your heart chakra, this is what is going to invite those caring connections, friends, family, and otherwise, right? Especially in romance, and especially when it comes to intimacy. Look how he's embracing this woman. Look how he's looking at her, admiring her. Look at that. I know y'all want somebody to be up on you like this, all up on you like this, right? You want somebody to be caring to you, to value you, to admire you, to protect you, even because he kind of the way he's holding her, he looks like he's protecting her, right? Holding her tightly, making her feel safe. And that's what the base chakra does, right? The base chakra is all about safety, security, and stability. So it's interesting that this is coming up with the sun because I feel like now you're ready because you feel more secure. You now know how to self-soothe, right? You know how to soothe yourself, love on yourself, be there for yourself. So now you're ready to kind of give your love to somebody else with that sun energy, looking very, very good. Um, looking very good. This is your message. Thank you for claiming this message. Very beautiful. Okay, so the Emerald relationship message says love is meant to flow through you from within and without. cleansing your energy field so that you can feel your soul's worth and know that you are always loved. Love may not be coming to you right now in the form you prefer, but don't overlook its presence. And it's so interesting because this is about a delay. It's so freaking interesting because it says love is not coming, may not be coming to you right now, because a lot of you guys are learning still. A lot of you guys are still cleansing and still opening up that heart chakra, still really working on your self love, okay? Self reverence. This is all about making your life all about self, a moving prayer. I have another deck that has a card that says, make your life a moving prayer. And what that means is that you're constantly devoting to self, the self devotion, waking up and really acknowledging yourself and really reverent who you are and who you are becoming. And it's very beautiful. And it says here, express love towards yourself and others. Remember, loving your neighbor means starting at home with self love. Now is the time to set aside the obstacles that block you from receiving, experiencing, and expressing love, and simply be the love you want to see in the world and in your life. Trust that when you are open to love, loving partnerships and are possible to help you heal the old wounds. Okay, that's beautiful, and that's exactly what this daughter romance was talking about. So it's in alignment. It's very much so in alignment, and I love it for us. Absolutely, positively, I'm enamored with this energy. This energy feels good, and I feel like you guys are healing, and it's very beautiful because you need this in your life right now, and whoever's coming in your life, or will be coming in your life, is part of that healing journey. And please do not be so attached to people at this time, but really look at the bigger picture. Look at what their presence mean to you and what your presence mean to them. Sometimes you meet people such as friends, co-workers, and you guys have a conversation that could be very uplifting to you. Sometimes it's just about being able to spend time with someone and feel accepted, and or feel like you could be yourself, right? And share who you are and have people be changed by that. Sometimes you meet people and you don't get into a committed relationship, but the experience changes you forever and you change them. I bet you, I could bet you that all the people you come in contact with have been changed by your presence in some way, shape, form, and always in a positive way. You may not be in a relationship, you may not be their friend anymore, you may not work with them anymore, but there was something about you that made them want to change who they are. And that is the blessing that you need to start looking at. So this time, new beginning. Can y'all see that? I love this. So it says, the sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for a new beginning, the onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of the divine, inspiration, and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby, or writing or publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize the light of the divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. I talked about, for the people just coming in, that my thumbnail showed a little plant growing out of a pile of coins, and I talked about that was like a seedling, and that was your intentions that are growing. And know that the sun is shining on those little seedlings that you're planting, these new intentions for your new beginning. So if your intentions is, I want a caring connection, I want a partnership, or I want more abundance and prosperity, know that the sun is shining because you are now ready to express. You are now feeling safe enough to be who you are, and you feel grounded and you feel safe in who you are. So you're going to be attracting not only love, but with the sun card, with that carnelian stone, you're going to be attracting um, more. I think it's going to really make you more expressive, more creative, especially if you've been feeling a block, like a writer's block, or feeling like your creative juices have just not been flowing the same. I think that the carnelian stone will help to bring that out. So let's see what the crystal message is for carnelian. Um, and this is 14, and this is another 5. So this is about change. So carnelian, I want to, um, I want to talk about, oh, I love it. And you remember when I said this is a solar plexus, when I said it was missing, and I said, here's the sun, there's the solar plexus, confidence. And that's the word that I needed to use. And it is the perfect word for what I'm trying to describe. When I said you're feeling more safe to be who you are, you're feeling confident. That's the same thing, right? Confidence. What does confidence mean? Feeling good about yourself, feeling confident is being safe and secure, not feeling so much insecurities as before, like, oh, I'm so insecure about this, I'm so insecure about that. You may be fluffy, you may be skinny, you may not have a big bubble butt, you may not be rich, whatever it is that you're insecure about. This is saying that you don't need all those things to have what you want, to get what you want. This is saying that you can have what you want just by being yourself. Really nice. So carnelian essential meaning says increased confidence, dignity, poise, and self-assurance. Being self-assured. Beautiful. Um, okay. I want to read. Okay. This is a relationship message. Okay. There is strength in allowing yourself to be vulnerable. After all, intimacy and trust can only be built if you let yourself be seen as you really are. I think that is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about intimacy. I'm talking about being open. I'm talking about being ready. So I think that this is appropriate. So I'll read it. After all, intimacy and trust can only be built if you let yourself be seen, right? The sun, shining bright as you really are. Be confident in all that you have to offer a partner and know that the conscious universe wants all of your relationships to nourish you. Carnelian spirit is here to remind you of how wonderful you are. Rest assured that as you experience your dignity and hold your head high, others will recognize that you are a pillar of strength and a beautiful, unique spirit. You deserve the relationship you want for yourself. Be assured that the conscious universe is working to see that you have it. Yeah, you can have the kind of relationship you want. Now, the crystal spirit meditation message says carnelian is a stone of confidence, courage, action, and it's fantastic for those who are prone to procrastination or have difficulty gathering the courage to take the first step. Remember what we talked about when it comes to initiating the number 1 and the number 4. So you need to take the first step by really starting to love yourself and be more confident and be more secure. As you do those things, you're going to start attracting the type of relationships and friendships and partnerships you want. And then it says, carnelian lights the fire in your belly in other less comfortable places, pulls you up by the bootstraps and says, let's go for it. So confidence is key right now. And the sun saying that you have a lot that you can offer and be confident in that. You are unique, you are who you are, and be okay with that and know that you can have and you still deserve love, no matter what you were insecure about in the past. I feel like you're letting go of all the insecurities, and I think that you are starting to feel more confident in yourself. So aura or aqua aura quartz is attached to attachments. Okay, so there's another 5. So you were attached to something that didn't serve you, and this could be beliefs, patterns of behavior, people, places, things. I'm not going to read that from the book. Um, it's very self-explanatory. If you look at the picture, she has a mask. She's taking off her mask, but she's chained to this post. So there could be something that makes you feel stuck. There could be an old attachment to an old relationship that, like I said, you may need to cut the cord to certain situations, so to speak, that don't serve you anymore. And this could just be even just the thoughts of old things that happen and things that you can't change. Know that the attachment card is about the perceived need and the choice to let go. Okay. Um, Something was stopping your forward movement. And like I said, there's strong attachments to old patterns, people, anything attached to the past. And you were kind of stuck because of fear, um, maybe because of the past or desperation about the future. Desperation about the future is always really focusing on what might happen in the future and not allowing yourself to be grounded in the now moment. And this is about um, looking at the things that kept you stuck, like physical addictions, emotional patterns, or old relationships. Are you still living in fear? Are you still addicted to the old? Are there still unhealthy patterns that may be keeping you stuck? Are you so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? So, Aqua Aura Quartz is about helping you to release those attachments, those things that make you feel chained or binded. This is about breaking out of those chains and moving forward to a happy and open, free, healthy lifestyle and authentically being happy in your life. It may take courage and effort to let go, but know that you are capable of doing it. And this is what this energy is about: letting go, being courageous, being confident, and closing doors and walking through new doors. Okay. So, Aqua Aura Quartz from this book talks about connecting to infinite potential, a renewed sense of purpose, wonder, and awe. Ooh. It says there are 8 billion people on this planet, yes, soulmates somehow find each other. Friends and lovers show up in the most unexpected places. Um, and love makes itself known just as you are beginning to doubt that is out there for you. Aqua Aura Quartz spirit message to you today is to become childlike with wonder. Believe in magic, believe in the power of love, and to find, believe in the power of love to find its way to you no matter how dark the hour, for love is everywhere and you have not been forgotten. Open to the love of the universal consciousness wants you to feel in every cell of your body, in every particle of your being, for you are the stuff of the stars. So the crystal meditation says Aqua Aura Quartz is a clear quartz that has been treated with a specialized process, binding finely powdered gold to its surface. The addition of gold changes the energy of the quartz into something more and very different than the original crystal. Meditation with Aqua Aura Quartz soothes the emotions and seems to, on some level, feel sacred, bringing in a feeling of attunement to the upper realms. Now, this crystal is about recognizing the power that we have and that we choose to see ourselves as part of this incredible creation. And when we tapped into the universal consciousness that continue generates love and guides us with the wisdom of the ages. The appearance of this crystal is a message to you to cease your cynicism and worry and open your heart to the wonders that is your life. How unlikely we all are, and yet we are here. Drink in the magic of life in your body on the planet and let yourself be filled with wonderment. Open yourself to healing in its many forms as the universal consciousness eternally creates new beginnings and generates abundance. Today is the day to appreciate the magic that is everywhere. So, this is about appreciating the magic and letting go of the things that don't serve you anymore. Understanding that you have the power to change. You have so much things to be grateful for and happy for. And if you feel disconnected, discontent, or even feel stuck, you don't have to be stuck because you are open to opening yourself up to this new love. And when you do, it is going to change your life in a very profound way. And it's going to start within because that's what we need. We need the internal change. So, Orange Sapphire is a 4 and it's being clarified with Healer of the Ages. So, healing, a lot of healing needs to take place within you. You still need to heal. And this is what this is acknowledging. You're healing, you're attracting new things, but as you are healing, it's a time to reflect and to see, okay, what doesn't serve you, how you've been actually um, really disenfranchising yourself in a way by not allowing yourself to release things that don't serve you. I put this here, crowning the reading, because this is what has really been the challenge, I want to say, for a lot of us is feeling like we're still not healed. What you need to understand is that healing is a progressive process and you're continuously healing as you experience new things, as you are closing one door and walking through another door. It is sparking healing on all levels. So as you are changing and transforming and inviting more love and being open to love, you're still inviting experiences that are going to keep healing you, okay, or helping you to heal, or you healing other people that you're meant to cross paths with. So let's look at Sapphire. So this is a six in reverse to 51. So the sixes are showing up in reverse, and that's why this aqua quartz card is here, because it's saying the things that are making you feel unbalanced are just, you just need to see things from a different perspective. So Healer of the Ages is clarifying orange sapphire. That's a 41. Okay. So the meaning of the orange sapphire card is um, joy and sensuality, respecting your body, and this is about body love. Okay, so a lot of you guys, one second. Sorry about that, you guys. So it says our interactions with others through technology can help us build the bonds of friendship, family, and romance. But orange sapphire spirit appears when you need to get back into your body and connect with with it physically, so that you can express love in a tangible way. Hug someone, hold their hand, and explore the gifts of senses with another, listening to music together, cooking good food with each other, being in the same physical space. Ground your relationships and activities you do with each other today, so that you can both be reminded of the precious gifts that is the body and nourish your relationships to it. I think that this is about possibly in being healed through physical contact. And this is about when you do meet this new person, okay, or have this new beginning or reinitiating of a renewal of a relationship, you have the potential to heal it through physical touch, through physical, sensual intimacy. Okay. And the intimacy could be sexual, or it could just be having conversations or doing things together, spending time with each other. So that's important. Spirit's saying that it's important that whatever this new beginning is that's coming in, that you allow yourself to be vulnerable and you allow yourself to be open to really engaging in it wholeheartedly and not be so attached to, oh, I'm scared. Oh, something happened to me in my past and I have to close off. No, keep that heart chakra open and keep being open to connecting on a deep, profound level. So it says, just as healing crystals are of the earth yet separate from it, we are part of Gaia. And the same water, minerals, and crystals are found within us as well as within the earth. Sometimes we can feel completely in our heads and out of touch with our bodies. But Orange Sapphire Spirit is here to remind us that our bodies will serve us throughout our lifetime. So treat yours lovingly. Nourish it with good foods and from the earth, and waters will replenish you. Wonder at your body's beauty and strength. Marvel at its ability to keep your heart beating and your lungs inhaling and exhaling without your conscious efforts. Regardless of your flaws you think your body has now is the time to pay attention to it and tend to it with love. So if you feel like you have flaws, and this is going back to those insecurities that I was talking about, those are the things that are on your mind. But this is saying that you have what it takes to have the type of relationship you want, the type of friendships you want, the experience you want, and not to let those insecurities get to you. Treat your body well and embrace your body and accept your body, because there is something coming in. It feels like you're going to be very connected to you, and it's going to require you to come step out of your comfort zone. You guys. It says the message of Orange Sapphire Spirit is to honor your body and experiences of miracles. The senses that distinguish so many different scents, sound, textures, and colors. Be fully present in your body today and observe what you experience and what your body has to tell you. Care for it, express gratitude to it, for it is through your body senses that you can experience pleasure. Pleasure. Okay. So, um, I think I want to. Throw a card on that. You found it? Yeah. You gonna put it in the mailbox for me? All right. Go through the back door, please. I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw a card on that. Okay. I'm gonna throw a card on that. I think I want to throw a card on that because I think I see where this is going. I'm gonna use Psychic Tarot for the heart. Can I get a clarifier for Orange Sapphire? Go through the back door, please. Okay, so we have moving on. Yeah, base chakra. Yeah, you have to let go of what was making you feel insecure because this ties to sacral chakra. So this is about intimacy because orange is sacral chakra energy. So base chakra has to be. You have to work with the red stone so that you can be open with that orange stone. Um, there's something that you have to move on from, something that has been preventing you from healing completely, and it is the fear of not being good enough. And in this particular tarot deck or oracle slash tarot deck, the moving on card is about moving on from baggage, emotional baggage, or moving on from things that don't serve you. And this could even be thoughts, feelings, and fears. So that's interesting that this card came out with the space shock and at the bottom. And I know they always want to come and mow the grass when I'm trying to do a reading. It says change, keyword change, cycle, stagnation, authenticity. Change is a necessary part of the natural world. This is also true of relationships. As a person evolves, so must a relationship or it will stagnate. And I talked about this earlier. It says this card is a reminder to examine your current relationships to see if they still feed your soul and help you grow. Are you staying in a relationship because it seems okay and there's no real reason to end it, but you feel like something's missing? Do your relationships have substance and bring you joy? Are you able to be your authentic self in your relationships? This card suggests that it may be time to walk away in some respect. This can be an actual ending of a relationship or simply taking a break to soul search. This is your time. Give yourself the space and permission to determine what you need and what you want and decide if it can be found in the current relationship as it exists now. If not, it may be an important time to make some changes. Somebody here is thinking about making a change, which is what we're talking about, and moving on from a very strong attachment that doesn't serve you anymore, because the relationship is not feeding your soul, it's not physically nourishing your body, or there is a need for you to walk away from being insecure so that you can have relationships that don't stagnate moving forward. Because you could be in a relationship or have had a relationship that stagnated because there was not enough intimacy, there was not enough there was physicality, but there was not that other stuff that I talked about earlier that you need, like, to balance out the whole situation. Yes, maybe the physicality, the pleasure was there, but maybe there was no communication and there was no in- intellectual stimulation. So there's a need for everything here. I feel like this is also saying, yeah, I don't think there's anything important, but you can. I think that this is saying that there is a healing that is still taking place from something that you had to leave in, um, or something that you still have to detach from, you guys. Some of you guys, somebody hurt you. You were heartbroken by an ending. Something didn't work out the way you wanted, but Spirit is saying, guess what? You had to leave that other relationship or the other thing or somebody you're connecting to, I want to throw in, because it just didn't make you happy anymore. Something was still missing. But Spirit is saying that there's something healing that took place, or healing took place because of that ending. Um, Although you're still in the process of healing from it, it's still saying that you have the potential to connect to something new and still be able to heal. Like, you don't have to be fully healed for whatever this is that's coming in, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to be um It doesn't have to be completely perfect. This is an evolution that's going to take place. It's something that's going to unfold naturally for you. Healer of the Ages in reverse, it says the Healer of the Ages indicates that you've been feeling extremely out of sorts or even upside down in your own life. You may be in the midst of some sort of physical problem or just feeling as though you're losing energy, but this card is telling you that there is a deeper levels of healing that need to be addressed. Take some time to regroup and put your own healing first. Whether you're facing mental, emotional, physical, or even addictive patterns, call upon the healer of the ages to bring his energy to the issues you're working on. So Spirit is saying that there's some sort of addiction, some sort of physical healing that needs to take place, whether it be like the way you look at yourself, the way you view yourself, because this is about self-love. This is about embracing who you are. So on a physical level, you still have some sort of insecurities when it comes to your physical appearance, your physical body. So I feel like this is coming out because you need to address that, okay? And that if it was because somebody walked away from you or because you had to let go of something that wasn't serving you, you got to understand that yes, at some point that may have impacted you negatively because it made you feel like you weren't good enough on a physical level, but also that it's sparking the change and the healing that's taking place now, because now as you move on and as you go through your healing, you're going to recognize that you are good enough on a level, on an emotional level, mental level, every like this is like um this transmutation that I was talking about earlier, this alchemization, you becoming the alchemist that's going to make the changes happen for yourself. It starts with really doing that self work, okay? Because you're doing the self work. Because I want to talk as if I'm speaking in the now moment. You're doing the work, and that's why this new beginning is coming in. That's why the heart chakra is starting to heal and is becoming more balanced. That you can attract what you deserve. And the people that are in your life now are the people that may come in later on who don't meet your needs. You will know how to transition gracefully out of those situations. Um, but there is something that needs to be acknowledged when it comes to your physicality of how you view yourself, how you treat your body. So you may still be working on, you may be one of those people that feel like you have to be perfect. You have to be a certain way, look a certain way, make a certain amount of money, have certain things to be able to attract love. And this is saying not necessarily. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect job or the perfect home. You may be in a place in your life where you don't feel stable, you don't feel secure, you don't feel good enough because you don't have certain things. You may not look a certain way, but that doesn't mean you don't deserve love. That doesn't mean you don't deserve to love yourself, right? We all go through hard times. We all go through changes, especially as you're aging, right? Especially as if you're older, if you're like me, like pushing 40, your body changes. Your looks change. So you have to be accepting of yourself um, in totality. And you have to understand that, yeah, as you go through physical body changes, there's so much things that you can embrace about your body and so much things that your body wants to bring forth as pleasurable, right? When you eat foods, right, it's pleasure for you, right? To eat good food or to listen to a song that brings you pleasure, or to physically have physical connection with someone that can bring you pleasure, or just going somewhere that is enjoyable could be pleasure, right? Pleasure comes in different forms. You have to understand that part of this pleasure requires you to physically experience, to physically um, be there. A lot of you guys are prone to long distance relationships, online situations where, to kind of avoid getting intimate or physical or being in someone's presence. But this is about you coming out of your comfort zone and physically allowing yourself to be present in your life, going places, physically going out to meet people, right? Not hiding in your house, or being able to connect with someone on a more physical level. So very interesting energy. So the next message is aura light action. Ooh, yeah. So I think that these are challenges up here that you're working through or that you've been working through. And amethyst, yeah, this was about that solar plexus energy is showing up. So these are just challenges that are showing up at the top. But your present moment, you are healing, you are releasing. And what is changing for you is that you are attracting better connections. The action card is about you not taking any action just yet, kind of regrouping, still kind of feeling the situations out. And you are currently connecting to someone, um, you may still be looking at the situation and wondering what if you want to take action in a direction of maybe stability. It's about energizing effort and willingness to work. Action is an accelerant that ignites your desires, but when this card is reversed, you may find something is missing in your determination or follow through. What is keeping you, holding you back? That physical thing, that those insecurities that you're going to be working on. You're going to be working on them because it's here. It's here with the sun card. So these are talking about the obstacles that kind of you faced in the past, the insecurities about the physical body, or just about being hurt again, right? Because you're still attaching to, oh, I'm hurt. So orange sapphire and aura light are good to motivate you. These are motivation. These are stones that are gonna make you feel more motivated. Carnelian is going to give you the courage. Emerald is going to help you to be open to receiving and giving love. Moldavite is going to help you to initiate these new beginnings, to open doors for you. Aqua aura is help you to let go of shit that don't serve you anymore, right? So that's why these stones are coming up. But there is a part of you that is still adjusting. I think that you're taking the daily steps to reach a certain goal, and this is a more of a personal goal, a self growth goal. And this is just all the stuff I've been talking about for the last hour, 11:11 actually on the dot. So I've been talking for 11 an hour and 11 minutes, which is interesting, because that's very powerful that that showed up. This is saying that these are you're taking the steps you need to work on the things you need to work on. Solar plexus, confident, willpower, to take those leaps of faith and to be open to new opportunities, to meet people, to make friends, meeting people online, but not being too afraid to physically meet them, right? You may meet someone great online and they may say, hey, I would like to meet up. And then you might start feeling, oh man, I'm scared, or someone, you may meet someone at the grocery store and they may say, hey, can I have your number? I would like to take you on a date. And then you start feeling, this is about you not letting whatever happened to you in your past, not letting these small insecurities hold you back, but being open to just different things moving forward that might be a little scary for you because maybe it's just out of your comfort zone or comfort level, but maybe really good for you. Okay. And this is also saying that there's something that isn't good for you that you may need to walk away from if you are currently in a relationship. Or there could be a thought process or a pattern or a habit that you need to walk away from because it's just not good for you anymore, right? If this pattern or habit is negative self-talk, that's not going to work. That's not going to help you with manifesting and carrying connections. If you don't love yourself, if you don't treat yourself right, you're just going to attract people that are going to reflect bad treatment. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of messages here that are important for this daily collective, and I'm really here for it because I really feel like it's needed. Spirit says be flexible yet persistent and ever conscious of your ability to act on your own behalf. So it says you need to have the determination and follow through. Perhaps you've been engaging in more wishful thinking than in any consistent effort. So a lot of wishful thinking of, oh, I want this, I want to be married, I want this, I want that, but not really doing anything to get it, not going out, not going on dates, not meeting people, not opening up, being too timid. That's what this is about. You're going to have to make a change now, now if you really want to have what you want to have, you may have to take the initiative, maybe be a little bit more, take the leadership role, maybe not be so afraid and just stay in your house and then expect the love of your life to just show up at your front door, right? So this is about putting yourself out there a little bit. And I think that you have somebody coming in, and I think you have the potential of having better friendships, better relationships with people, and intimacy, but you're going to have to be open to it, and you're going to have to take a leap of faith and be courageous and go out on those dates and be willing to meet new people and not be so concerned about what's going to happen in the future. Is this person going to abandon me or hurt me or reject me because that last person did? No, this is just being open to having fun and enjoying your life and meeting people that have the potential to be that person. Okay. So, really powerful message. The affirmation for the action card is I am responsible for my own life. I take action towards my goals and my own happiness every day. You are responsible for being consciously ready to um, work towards the goals that you have and to be happy. So the Aura Light card is an eight, and eights are really important because for me, when I look at the number eight, I think of infinity because it kind of loops back around, and I look at it as a number of great change possibilities. And I look at it as a very karmic number, a very powerful number that is spirit led, um, potential, a number of potential. So let's look at Aura Light and let's see what the message is. And then I'm going to wrap this up. I'm so happy that you guys watched. I know some of you guys may have had to go to work or do other things, but you could always come back and watch later. But the people that are watching now in the now moment, I want to take the time out to say thank you. I appreciate you guys for listening, and for sharing with me and connecting with me because I think that we all need these messages so that we can really make the conscious changes that we need to make so that we can have what we want. We need to know that we can have what we want, right? To begin with, we can have caring connections. We can have different quality of life if we just make small changes, okay, that are necessary. Or like the essential meaning, mindfulness, meditation on the present. In the present moment, stay present. So important and so relevant. Relationship message. Are you mindful of what's going on right now in your relationship? It quali- its qualities and patterns, or like spirit wants you to observe what is working so you can build upon it and to see what is not working so you can begin to address it. Be fully present in your relationships today. Meditate, and then as you interact with those you love, pay attention, observing without judgment, noticing what is happening without spinning a story of should haves or ought to haves. Open your eyes that you might deepen your love and connection. For now, your ability to be present and free of distractions is very strong. There's going to be a relationship or some sort of connection coming in that's going to require you to be very present, very open, very vulnerable. And it's going to require you to make an effort. Um, and this effort is going to come from a different space, a space of being very um, confident and courageous. So your crystal meditation says Oralite contains 23 different minerals and it is a healer on so many levels. No one benefit outweighs the other. Starting slowly meditating with this stone for short periods of time regularly allows us to become used to its energy. It works on all the chakras, and it is a stone that can be used effectively to address any issues of the mind, body, or spirit. So this is addressing what has prevented you from having healthy relationships, what have preventing you from going after the things you want to go after or having the things you want to have. Thank you, Zodiac King. Um, this is about you addressing all these things and recognizing these things and making the changes, the necessary changes you need to make. And those changes that you're about to make are about to bring in a lot of love. And it is starting with self love, self care. Final message, the world, you have to be open. You have to be open. This is about expansion and this is about not being stuck in narrow mindedness or putting yourself in a box or keeping yourself closed off, but you need to be out there in the world, networking, connecting, even being on social media, maybe meeting people, connecting to people. Card 29, that's an 11. We're going to end there. Very interesting messages. We have a 10. This is a 1. So we did have 1, 2 ones. We did have a lot of angel messages come through, a lot of powerful messages. With the world card being in reverse, it's not necessarily in anything negative, but it is to address opening up expansion and opening up. So Spirit says, receiving the world reverse means that you've been severely limiting your view of things. You're thinking too narrowly, either in your options for action or what you feel you deserve. You may be feeling boxed in by old ways of doing things, not quite sure how to expand. This card calls for you to think creatively outside of the box you find yourself in now. In addition, you may have emotionally painted yourself into a corner, surrounded on all sides by energy such as fear, short sightedness, limiting thinking, and self doubt. But you still have the option to let all of that go. And this card is telling you not to wait a minute longer to do so. It's time to break out, see the unlimited horizons around you, and know that the world is waiting for you to take center stage. Your affirmation: my life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited powerful energy. A world of possibilities is open to me now. I'm going to close there. I want to say thank you so much for watching this message. Wow, powerful, great message. I'm so grateful for you guys for listening. I hope this was helpful. It was very helpful for me, very eye opening. I feel like these changes you're going through are very important, and you are going to be very surprised by what comes in because you have initiated these changes for yourself by making conscious decisions to love yourself, to change certain things about yourself that have been keeping you from having the type of relationships you want. And I think that whatever this new thing coming in is going to be very light-hearted and very good for your soul. And even if it is physical, I think that there's healing that will be taking place for you because you're going to allow yourself to just be and not be so restricted in your energy. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave me a comment under this video. Don't forget to like, please subscribe. And I thank you guys once again. And remember, I'm going to be I'm going to be going live later. I didn't go live yesterday, but I'm going to be going live later where I'm going to be answering questions. Oh, almost forgot. Sorry. Almost forgot your new moon message. Okay. That's part of your new moon message, of course. That's what the new moon's bringing in. But I want to pull a new moon card really quick before you go. Hopefully, some of you guys are still here. I'm just going to pull one card from the new on the Moonology deck just to give, and I'm not going to go into details through with the book, but I am going to definitely going to just intuitively give you a message for the new moon really quick because it's tomorrow and I'm going to be on tomorrow with more messages, but just to kind of tell you, this is what's coming in, a new caring connection. And just this is basically Spirit's way of saying, don't fudge it up. Don't fudge it up. It's coming. Okay, don't fudge it up. Okay, it's coming. But first, start with self. So your message is step out of your comfort zone. I don't even need to say more. This is so self-explanatory. It's ridiculous. South node. So north node, you're moving from south node to north node. This don't get any better. It says don't let your past hold you back. Step out of your comfort zone. Those are your new moon messages. I love you guys so very much. Talk to you soon. Share this video. Okay? Share this video, like this video, and subscribe. Bye.